Sugar is everywhere in our modern world. It is not just in sweets and cakes. You find it in many foods you might not expect. Sauces, bread, and even savory snacks can contain a lot of sugar. This means we often eat much more sugar than we realize. Our bodies are not designed to handle so much sugar all the time. This constant intake can have big effects on our overall health. It particularly impacts how our brains function, often in ways we don't immediately connect to our diet. Understanding this hidden sugar is the first step. Many of us start our day with sugary cereals. We might have a sugary drink with our lunch, then perhaps a biscuit or two in the afternoon. These small amounts add up very quickly. Food companies often add sugar to make products taste better. This makes it harder for us to control our sugar intake. It is a cycle that can be difficult to break. The food environment around us pushes sugar onto us. This makes conscious choices about what we eat very important for our well-being and especially for our brain health, which thrives on stable energy. The problem is that high sugar consumption has become normal. Many people do not even question the amount of sugar in their diet. When you decide to cut out sugar, the first few days can be tough. This is often the hardest part of the journey. Your body is used to getting quick energy from sugar. When that supply stops, it needs to adjust. You might feel quite strong cravings for sweet things. These cravings can be physical. They can also be very mental. As your habits are challenged, you might find yourself thinking about sugary foods a lot more than usual. This is a normal part of the withdrawal process. Many people experience headaches during these initial days. These can range from mild to quite intense. You might also feel more tired than usual. Your energy levels can dip because your body is learning to use other fuel sources. Irritability is another common symptom. Small things might annoy you more easily. You could feel a bit moody or on edge. It is important to remember that these feelings are temporary. They are signs that your body is starting to change for the better, even if it doesn't feel like it at that moment. During these first 1 to 3 days, be kind to yourself. It is a significant change for your system. Drink plenty of water, as this can sometimes help with headaches. Try to get enough rest, even if you feel restless. During those initial sugar-free days, your brain chemistry undergoes significant shifts. Sugar has a powerful effect on our brain's reward system. When we eat sugar, it triggers the release of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. It makes us feel good. When you suddenly remove sugar, dopamine levels can drop. This drop can contribute to feelings of low mood, lack of motivation, and even mild depression. Your brain is essentially missing its usual feel-good hit from sugar. Another important neurotransmitter affected is serotonin. Serotonin helps regulate mood, sleep, and appetite. Consuming sugar can temporarily boost serotonin levels. This is why some people crave sugary foods when they feel stressed or sad. When you cut out sugar, serotonin levels might fluctuate as your body adjusts. This fluctuation can lead to irritability and mood swings. Your brain is working to find a new balance without the artificial highs that sugar provided. It's a period of recalibration for these crucial brain chemicals. These changes in neurotransmitters are largely responsible for the brain fog many experience. Brain fog feels like a lack of mental clarity. Around the 4th day, many people start to notice a positive shift. The intense cravings often begin to lessen. The headaches might disappear or become much milder. You might wake up feeling a little more refreshed. This is a sign that your body and brain are adapting well. They are learning to function efficiently without the constant influx of sugar. This period can feel like a fog is starting to lift from your mind. It is a very encouraging phase of the 10-day journey. One of the first mental benefits people report is improved focus. You might find it easier to concentrate on tasks for longer periods. Work or study that seemed difficult a few days ago might now feel more manageable. This increased clarity comes as your brain's energy supply becomes more stable. Without the sugar highs and crashes, your brain can maintain a more consistent level of performance. This steady state is much better for cognitive functions like attention and concentration. Section 5. The brain's reward system rebalancing a calmer mind. As you move past the initial withdrawal, your brain's reward system starts to recalibrate. For a long time, it might have associated sugary foods with intense pleasure. This was due to the large dopamine spikes sugar can cause. Now, without that constant artificial stimulation, the dopamine receptors in your brain can start to recover. They become more sensitive again. This means that you can start to find pleasure in other healthier things. The natural sweetness of fruit might taste more intense and satisfying. This rebalancing of the reward pathway is crucial for long-term change. When your brain is not constantly seeking the next sugar hit, you feel more in control. The compulsive need for sweets diminishes. This allows you to make more conscious food choices. You are no longer driven primarily by cravings engineered by sugar's effect on dopamine. This newfound control can be incredibly liberating. It helps to reduce the mental chatter around food, freeing up mental space for other thoughts and activities. Section 6. The final stretch, days 8 to 10, sharper focus and stable moods. By the time you reach days 8, 9, and 10 of your sugar-free challenge, the improvements often become more pronounced and consistent. The earlier glimmers of clarity can transform into a sustained state of sharper focus. Many people report feeling more mentally agile. Problem-solving might seem easier. Your ability to concentrate for extended periods continues to improve. This is because your brain is now efficiently using a more stable fuel supply. It is no longer subject to the disruptive highs and lows caused by sugar. Your mood is also likely to be much more stable. The emotional roller coaster of the first few days is usually a distant memory. You may experience a more consistent sense of well-being. Feelings of anxiety or irritability are often significantly reduced. This sustained mood improvement is linked to the continued balance of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Your brain is learning to maintain its equilibrium without external boosts from sugar. Section 7. Science backs it up. Understanding the brain's transformation. The changes you feel when cutting out sugar are not just in your head, they are backed by science. Research has shown that high-sugar diets can impair cognitive functions. Studies on animals and increasingly on humans link excessive sugar intake to problems with memory and learning. For example, some research suggests that a diet high in fructose, a common type of sugar, can damage communication between brain cells. Reducing sugar helps to protect these vital connections, allowing for better brain function. The impact of sugar on dopamine is well documented. Sugar activates the brain's reward system in a way similar to some addictive substances. This can lead to a cycle of craving and consumption. When you remove sugar, as discussed, dopamine levels initially drop, causing withdrawal. However, over time, the dopamine system can reset. Studies show that after a period of abstinence, the brain becomes less reliant on sugar for reward. Section 8. Sugar myths debunked, separating fact from fiction. One common misconception is that we need sugar for energy, especially for our brains. While it is true that our brains use glucose, a type of sugar, for fuel, we do not need to eat refined sugar to get it. Our bodies are very clever. They can break down complex carbohydrates from whole foods like vegetables and whole grains into glucose. They can even produce glucose from protein and fats if needed. So, cutting out added sugars does not deprive your brain of energy. It encourages it to use better, more stable fuel sources. Another myth is that natural sugars like honey or maple syrup are completely fine and don't count. While these may contain some antioxidants or minerals, they are still forms of sugar. Your body processes the sugar in honey much like it processes the sugar in a fizzy drink. They can still cause blood sugar spikes and contribute to the same problems if consumed in excess. The key is moderation with all concentrated sweeteners. Fruit, on the other hand, contains fiber, which slows down sugar absorption, making it a healthier choice. Some people believe that artificial sweeteners are a good, harmless replacement for sugar. Section 9. Conclusion. A sweeter future for your brain with less sugar. Completing a 10-day period without added sugar can be a truly transformative experience for your brain. The journey might start with some challenges like cravings and perhaps a bit of brain fog. However, as your body adjusts, the benefits quickly become apparent. You are likely to experience improved mental clarity, sharper focus, and more stable moods. These changes are not just subjective feelings, they reflect real positive shifts happening within your brain's chemistry and functioning. It is a powerful demonstration of how dietary choices directly impact our mental well-being. The improvements in neurotransmitter balance, such as for dopamine and serotonin, lead to a more regulated reward system and better emotional stability. Your brain learns to thrive without the artificial highs and subsequent crashes caused by excessive sugar. This recalibration helps reduce the constant urge for sweet foods. It empowers you to make healthier choices more easily. The reduction in inflammation and improved insulin sensitivity further contribute to a brain that works more efficiently and is better protected against future problems. These are significant gains for just 10 days of effort. The insights gained from this short period can pave the way for long-term benefits. Understanding how good you can feel without excess sugar can be a strong motivator.